Hello friends, welcome again today to my YouTube channel where I share some great ideas. Today I'm doing an introductory short video of the Longworth Chuck that I built yesterday. I videotaped it and it turned out fantastic. And a lot of people don't want to watch a 40-minute video, but they'll watch a 5-minute video. And if you're interested in this chuck, you can go to the next video, which will explain in detail how to make it. I watched a number of YouTube videos the first one I built, and followed their instructions, and it turned out okay, and I was pretty excited about it. So I thought I'd make another video of it and how to do it, because sometimes they leave gaps when they give instructions, but I went in detail how to get one, to easily build one. It's very, very easy to build and have a very good product in the end, a very accurate one. So I was so impressed with it, I thought, well, I have to turn a bowl down and show you how well it works there. So anyway, I'll move the camera here a little bit and then you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, the advantage of this chuck is that it'll grip a bowl of any size. Now this lathe is quite large. I made it myself, so I've got like a 20-inch piece of diameter of wood on here, but you can make them smaller. There's no problem with that. You have something that's dedicated just to do the bowls. There's other ways to do it, of course. Some of those are more costly and probably a lot better too, but I found this extremely successful. It's held securely on here by these stoppers here. These are just test tube stoppers. And but I found the first time I used it, it would start to vibrate loose when I was actually lathing it. So I've used the tailstock, and I highly suggest that's a good idea. It holds it nice and firm against the back plate there, and you can take it and you can do just the same as if you didn't have the tailstock. You can bring it down right to a little tiny point and lathe it right off in the end, because the bowl will be held firmly there. And of course then we can take this away when we want to do sanding. So I'll make a few cuts here and you can see how it works. Okay, you can see how easily that is to shape the bottom here, and you can leave a very small amount in here. And when you're completely done, you can just lathe it right off, because the bowl will be held by the chuck that's holding it here. So I'm going to go ahead and shape this bottom here to bring it around, so I won't bore you, and then I'll bring it back. We'll come back online in a little bit here. Okay, I've got that about done shaping here. If you change the shape of your bowl slightly, the first bowls that I did were basically straight, came up around and curved straight. Now on this one, I was experimenting making it come up at an angle and just a slight flare, so it catches on those very well. And you can do some light lathing without the tailstock. I experimented here a bit and did lathing out here. And I'll just show you a couple things here. If you've got a bowl that's straight, it needs to be kept whole. Like I said before, you can make this really small. We'll just use something here and reduce the diameter there. You're not worried about it coming off, so you can, it's held firmly in most cases. You can bring that right down to basically nothing. If you were using a tailstock just to push it into a groove, of course you couldn't do that because it would just fly off. So I'm going to move this back and then we'll try some cuts with it, with just holding it with the chuck there. Okay, now we have that the tailstock totally removed here, and we'll try some cuts with it without any support there. But if we keep our tailstock here, the tool rest here, you'll notice that if it starts to come loose here, it'll start to vibrate, but it seemed to hold really good with this, with the angle that I made for the top there. Once a person gets used to it, you kind of get an idea of what shape a bowl will hold on firmly, and you know exactly what to do. But I recommend holding it with the tailstock while you're taking off a lot of material. Then you can take the tailstock away and make small finishing cuts there. So let's take this away and do a little bit of sanding here. Okay, you can see the advantage is now this is totally clear and a person can go right at it and sand there. That was just a quick roughing, sanding. I'll go ahead and finish that now, but you see how nicely shaped that bottom is. And the advantage of this is you can make it very inexpensively, anywhere from $10 to $15. But if you go to my video, I have some good ideas there how to get it to turn finished product that's very accurate. So I highly recommend this type of chuck setup. I know there's cold jaws and various things like that, but they're expensive to buy, and you pretty well have to have a chuck that's dedicated to that. Otherwise, it takes a lot of time to change jaws. And even this one just slides up and down to any size. Where the cold jaws, you have to take unbolt all these and put them in another spot. But anyway, I think this is well worth visiting and giving it a try there. So thanks for watching, and I hope you go to the next video that has very detailed instructions how to build it.